What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Uh, I won a game, a really close game against this guy called Revenant. That was very close to the point where I had like 9 HP, and with that win just made me go on and on in a nice and good streak for like 7-8 games in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7. I'm in a point where I'm trying to just I'm trying to recover some of the trophies because I was one match away and after it I just went on some heavy tilt. I lost like 400 trophies, but I'm trying to get there. I'm trying to climb up the ladder. And so I want to show you guys that match because it was so close. Where is this one? And it was very tough, and I won that match in the very last second. So let's watch it. I'm gonna give you some commentary like usual about my process of thinking, So for example, here I only have like 5 grounded cards, excluding like graveyards, which are Zappies, Warrior Recruits, Barbarian Hat, Executioner, and the Skeleton Dragons. So with that in mind, I have to be very careful to the point where, for example, at the start, if I play some Barbarian Hats, it should be kind of a rule with this deck to have immediately available a supportive type card like Zappies, Executioner, or Skeleton Dragons, If I play like for this instance the Zappies, I will not have another supportive card to it like a balloon or something, you know what I mean? Like Executioner or the Skeleton Dragons. I will not have that type of card. So in this selection, in this end, you are more likely to play at the start either the Warrior Recruits or the Barbarian Hats. If I didn't have the Tornado as my next card, I would have played maybe I would have played the Warrior Recruits because it gives me a defense for both towers, you know what I mean? But yeah, this deck is very easy to play because it doesn't require too much thought. So in general, don't need too much skill, and that's why it's fun, I had to just try to climb up the ladder with just some decent effort, but not too much, However, you still need to study the deck and what you can do with it, so you still need to play well. So let's watch. Barbarian Hat now. There you go. I have Tornado, for example. If he plays the balloon at the right side tower, I still am able to push it towards the Barbarian Hat, He plays a Fireball, so he lets me play like the Zappies more freely without having that much consequences. Especially here now that he played the arrows, his objective is more for me to have like no construction whatsoever for him to play the hog, and I do understand that. Because he played the arrows, I'm trying to use the opportunity to play the recruits to see what he has. It's important for you to see what he has in Single Elixir. So here I probably just gonna let that Magician. That's okay. That's actually okay. I was trying to say that I was probably going to leave that magician alone, but and focus more on the reins, but that was distantly played. And then I had tornado to push that hog to the main to the king tower without suffering any damage. And here we go back to the same thing. When head down, more towards the right this time because it's the tower that is more damage, And because I really kind of know what type of deck he has, I already saw basically most of his deck. I can make up a plan to beat him down. So Zap is down. I'm thinking more like trying to play Warrior Goods and then the graveyard. Even on defensive part, it doesn't require too much skill, and on offensive, it doesn't also require that much skill because I can simply play graveyard and then a possible freeze. I'm not going to play a freeze here. I could have, but yeah, I just didn't. But that's okay. That executioner is also questionable. I could have simply pushed that hog to the king tower, but that's okay. I tried to attack. I'm more likely to play my head down. No, it's alright. I can freeze or play my head, whatever. Yeah, I should have played my head in the middle, but it didn't happen. It's okay. Now I can freeze the barbarians. Right. Yeah, like the range is such a solid card. Just defend the graveyard, especially from the point of view of me not having like a big spell like fireball or poison. I wasn't sure whether to play or not the tornado, but I guess that at this point I have to avoid receiving as much damage as possible from the hog, and so I should have played the tornadoes a lot better. Executioner down, this part or running heads, and then executioner after it, yeah. And that tornado was also not important, but I was just trying to avoid receiving more damage. So bring head again. It's good. That wasn't well played at all, and it's those errors that cost me a lot of games that I need to improve and get some rhythm going with some practice, with some constant practice. Because if I just practice like week by week, or I don't give some decent effort, I'm not going to get in a good rhythm. Well, the point is that this deck is low skilled, but in my opinion is not. And there you go, I just went into with 9 HP left. It's not that good compared to other decks because, point one, he doesn't have like what are those called? He doesn't have low elixir cost cards in order for me to rotate the deck a little bit better, or maybe just adjust my game to some errors that might happen from time to time, like ice spirits or whatever. And it doesn't also have a big spell like poison that would help the graveyard. However, with these two cards, he gets to be pretty low skill, even though they are pretty heavy in costs. You can somewhat play a couple of decent matches, and we go from there, you know. While I while I play with them on ladder because it seems that they do work kinda nice, I guess, in order for me to reach some level of trophies. I obviously practice with other decks um, in wars, you know. So yeah, I think that there was one or two more difficult matches because after that match I got some matches that were kind of accessible. Well, I'm just noticing that I got two freezes in a row. Yeah, freeze is also a card that is very low skill. This match I have counter. This match I don't have too much counter because he has Mega, but I still was able to win. Now there's this match. Yes, very good. Yes, Queen Archer that is crazy OP, and he has Mega Knight, and I'm just going to show how ready to go in 4x velocity. But yeah, just try to have fun, you know. Also, I lose many games because I play some more defensive stuff. And what I like about this deck is that I can, because it's more dual line, I can use the momentum to try to counterattack while defending it. You know, there. Let's put it in slow. There, he played the arrows. I think. Did he play it? No. Either way, because I played the Mega, I thought he wouldn't have too much counter. And when he played the Warrior Recruits, I really just tried to see what would happen. I waited some arrows, so now it's nice for me to know that he has a good response in terms of spells to the graveyard, you know. So bring head down and do it from there. But yeah, I don't see myself like going to like really high in ladder. Okay, I got at the start of this season into like 320, but it was the start of the season. It's nothing to be proud of or anything. And there I just won the match. I got very lucky. Because I got to got the Ham Rider. That's how you call it, right? At the right time, you know. I tried to wait a little bit, see if they play something, and he didn't had arrows in hand. I think, yeah, didn't had it because he played on the Warrior Goods. I think that's what happened. No, he played what? Where did he play it? Yeah, he played the Warrior Goods, right? Yeah. So it was a good moment for me to play the graveyard, especially because his deck is also not too low in terms of elixir cost. But like I said, this deck is not high skilled, and there are just a couple of things that you need to really be aware when trying to counterattack. Because I usually don't play graveyard solo unless it's like really close to the what is it called? It's when matches are really damn close, and I see that, for example, it doesn't have graveyard, and I just try to play like low elixir cost cards like Zappies, skeleton dragons, and graveyards with freezes and tornadoes, in order for me to try to get as much damage with the graveyard, you know. But generally speaking, in single elixir and in double elixir, I try to counterattack my opponents. You know, that's what I have fun playing with in Clash Royale, defending and then trying to counterattack, or maybe searching for an opportunity in order for me to play the graveyard, you know, or some other card. So yeah, that's basically it. And as you see, it's not going to basically get through to my king tower, to my right side of the tower with that hog, and even with the lightning, yeah. And that is basically game over. And the fact that this is very dual line-ish, when I try to defend, you can instantly try to counterattack on the other line, you know? There might be people laughing or whatever, but yeah, I enjoy it. Why not? I have fun. And it's different from the rest, you know? And there's a version with like well, what is it called? There's a version of rare goods and then hogs, but I don't like it too much because, like, if he has a mega, you can easily counterattack basically almost all of it if you play like pigs in just in one line, and that's why I try to separate my attack, you know, like to many different areas. It goes from the middle of the field to close to the tower which I'm aiming at, you know. That's why I play with graveyard, and graveyard is also not that highest skill because there are constantly skeletons appearing on the screen, and that's something that I like, and sometimes can be very difficult to defend, because even if you play like heroes, there might be still some skeletons left, and if you wait like properly, you're going to get some nice damage, nice and easy damage. If it doesn't have like what's it called, like poison or mother witch. So yeah, I hope you guys are having fun and enjoying your days. Be safe out there, because COVID is getting stronger. It's stronger and is very strong in a couple of countries. Enjoy your week, enjoy your life, enjoy your day. If you want, you can leave a like if you like this. You can leave a comment about what you think. You can even say if you don't like my type of playing the deck or whatever. It's absolutely fine to have opinions. If you like this video, I would appreciate if you I would appreciate if you subscribe my channel and turn on the post notification, so that you don't miss a video of mine. I'll see you next time. Take care and peace.
So dark and cold-hearted, I'm breathless to say the least. So far from a superstar, and my daydreams are killing me. Feel like I'm losing my mind. I'm never feeling okay. Good days are so hard to find. Just help me numb all the pain. step from